Gollum Cave Incident. In August 2005, under a starless 4:30 a.m. sky, Sarah Thompson, a 24-year-old caver driven by a passion for exploration, led her close friend Liam Carter into Gollum's Cave, a limestone maze in a remote valley. 2 years earlier, Sarah had narrowly escaped hypothermia in its icy depths, yet the cave's mystery pulled her back. Liam, 26, trusted her instincts, but felt a knot of unease as they approached the jagged entrance. A nearby hiker, tasked with keeping watch, waved them off as they donned wetsuits and headlamps, preparing for the underwater journey ahead. The tunnel was a claustrophobic 15-foot passage, barely wider than a refrigerator door, with a single frayed rope marking the path to a hidden chamber. Sarah submerged first, her heart racing with excitement, followed by Liam, whose steady breaths masked his growing apprehension.
Ow.
The cold water stung their skin as they navigated the narrow chute, emerging into a small room with 3 feet of air above the water. The chamber's walls glistened, stalactites casting eerie shadows in their headlamp beams. They shared a moment of awe, unaware of the silent danger in the air. Centuries-old stale air, mixed with carbon dioxide from crumbling limestone, hung heavy in the chamber. Each breath sapped their strength, dulling their senses without warning. Sarah, always bold, noticed her air tank's gauge dropping faster than expected. A flicker of panic crossed her face as she signaled to Liam, whose own breathing grew labored. She dove back into the tunnel, frantically searching for the exit, her hands gripping the rope. The darkness disoriented her, and she couldn't find the way out. Liam, following close, found Sarah's body wedged in the passage, his heart sinking as he tried to free her, his own air dwindling. The hiker above waited, the silence stretching into an hour. Sensing disaster, he ran to a ranger station, his voice trembling as he called for help. Rescuers arrived, diving into the flooded tunnel, only to find Sarah and Liam, their faces frozen toward an unreachable exit. The two, aged 24 and 26, were lost to the cave's depths. Today, Gollum's Cave lies sealed with concrete, a silent tribute to Sarah and Liam, whose adventurous spirits met a tragic end. Mossdale Cave Tragedy. Deep in England's Mossdale Caves, 6 men, Dave Adamson, Jep Boole, Colin Vickers, John Ogden, Bill Frakes, 17-year-old Michael Ryan crawled through the far marathon. A grueling tunnel, the length of 3 football fields, so tight they moved on their stomachs. It was 1967, and Dave's Morag waited above, their wedding just weeks away. A faint surge in groundwater signaled danger, a whisper that soon became a roar. Floodwaters poured in, forcing a desperate retreat. Jeff and Michael, in the lead, squeezed back through the narrow passage as water surged around them, searching for air pockets as it rose to their chins. Dave guided the others, but the relentless flood overwhelmed them. John Ogden, at the rear, wedged himself into a crack above, seeking air in a final act of desperation. The water rose, filling every crevice, extinguishing hope. Morag, discovering the flooded entrance, ran 3 miles for help. Rescuers reached Far Marathon, finding Jeff and Michael's bodies propped against a ridge, followed by the others. John's body, lodged tightly, took 2 days to recover. The cave became their resting place, now called the Sanctuary, a memorial to 6 men who never saw daylight again.